Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the Blast from the Past movie podcast. I'm one of your hosts, CJ.
Joe Kill, keeping it real.
And we like to bring back our special guest.
I still ain't got no damn fancy name, you know.
You still don't got no fancy name, but we want to bring back.
We gonna get you one.
We gonna get him one.
We're working on it.
We're working on it.
My man, Raul, man, welcome back to the podcast. We appreciate you being out here, brother.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, no
I
problem,
say we just call him Heavy D. I mean, you know.
Heavy D.
He looked like him from Diesel Brothers.
Oh, wow. There you go with that.
He do.
I don't know. I got too many damn nicknames, man.
See, use one. What you got?
Shit. The Huntington Beach Bad Boy.
The Huntington Beach Bad Boy.
Uh-huh.
That's how I look like Tito Ortiz. But
you do a little.
Pre-beard.
Yeah, without the beard.
Yeah, without the beard.
Oh, my gosh, guys. Okay.
Hold on one second. Since you got your iPad up. Look up Heavy D from Diesel Brothers. Just look him up.
Okay, I'll look him up. Give me a second here while I get stuff going on, but I will eventually look him up. Just remind me. Okay.
All
right, but this is the podcast. We talk about old school movies, if they should or should not be remade. And sometimes we rip movies a new one because they deserve it.
Because we want the, oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Sorry about that, y'all. Try that again.
Oh, we talk about movies. It's the Plaza. This is the movie podcast. We talk about movies if they should or should not be remade. And sometimes we just rip movies a new one because they deserve it.
Or we just don't like them.
Or we just don't like them.
Was that from another
He is
podcast?
so off.
No.
I threw him off. I threw him off, people. I did my job.
You sure did throw me off, man. Oh my God. I can't believe.
I had to take it. I got the red cup.
You do have the red cup.
I had to take it.
And you threw me all the way off, man. But so, all right, guys. So today's movie we're going to talk about is the movie, The Red Dawn.
Not just Red Dawn.
I don't know. I like saying the Red Dawn.
Yes.
All right. That came out in 1984, starring the one, the only Patrick Swayze. Who for the life of me does not get old in anything that motherfucker does. Like, I swear he gets old in everything. Like, he's old. Like, older. Like, I don't like, he just looks, he's one of those people that just look old all the time. Like, I mean, fuck. I mean.
But I don't care what movie he's in. He does look older, but he doesn't look like he ages from movie to movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, too.
He looks like he got to a certain age and just froze there.
Yeah, I can go for that. So, you know, Patrick Swayze in the movie. Obviously, Charlie Sheen, which a lot of people didn't know that Charlie Sheen was actually in this movie. Leah Thompson, we kind of talked about her previously on another podcast, the Howard of the Duck podcast, talking about Howard the Duck.
She's also the mom in Back to the Future.
And she's also the mom in Back to the Future also. So we've done both of those podcasts, so you can definitely go back and listen to those. And Jennifer Grey,
which we talked about because we did Dirty Dancing.
We did Dirty Dancing.
Classic.
So classic. So there was a couple actresses in here and actors.
It was star-studded
from the 80s that were like, wow, like,
well,
oh y'all.
They were getting their start. A lot of them were getting their starts.
True. So this movie came out in 1984, and Kills, you want to give them just a brief, like a rundown what the movie was supposed to be about?
Well, what it is you have it takes place in America, and Russia invades America. Don't know how this happened without nobody knowing.
Yeah, exactly.
But Russia invades America, and they start with these small towns. And what they do is they come in, they invade the small town, they take over the town, and then they proclaim it as part of Russia, even though it's United States soil. And these high school kids and his older brother figure that they're not going to let this go down at all. And so what they do is they basically become a little guerrilla group. They start out trying to hide out, and they see a bunch of their friends killed. They see their parents killed. Most of them. One of their parents actually kind of turns his back on everybody in America and agrees to go along with the Russians. And it's actually the Russians and Cuba is part of the invasion too.
Yeah, it was mostly okay. It was like I remember it was mostly the Cubans, the Colombians, and it was majority of them were all Spanish.
Yeah,
the Russians helped.
The Russians helped because the Russians at the time were supplying Cuba at the time in real life anyway.
Yeah.
So they had basically Russian helicopters and Russian weapons, and then they had a couple of people who were Russian. Whoa, that's a close up, Mr. DeVille. So basically, what happens is these few teenagers and this one Patrick Swayze, who played a little bit older in the movie. He played like he had done something and he was gone away, and he came back and right before all this happened.
Yeah,
and his father was the sheriff, and I believe
you see you keep on going in and out of the remake because that in the original he's not the sheriff.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. He's not the sheriff in the original movie.
Okay. Well, no, because
I just saw it and I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, he's not the sheriff.
Okay, I thought
he's just a regular old Smo. Like that's literally a regular old Smo.
Yeah, he is a regular.
Just regular Smo.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I
thought when they shot him in the woods, when they went to the cabin, I thought he had a sheriff's uniform on.
You're talking about the remake.
No, they shot him at the cabin too.
They didn't shoot him at the cabin kills. They shot him in that line with it when they dig the graves for their fallen soldiers. When the kids killed the other guys, right? They buried the ones that went up there and took the pictures. All the guys that went up there and took the pictures and stuff like that, and they killed those 3 guys.
Okay.
And so they went back down, and then
that's right, because they had his father in the camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. It's okay. It's good. It's all right. That's why we're here.
I just saw the remake.
Remake, exactly. Yes. So I was like, oh, you're saying everything on the remake, which we'll get to, Kills. We'll get to the remake, though. But, Raul, I want to start with you, man. What was something that you actually liked about the original 1984 movie?
The cast.
If anything.
The cast. That's probably about it, man. I thought the movie was terrible.
It was terrible?
The shooting was terrible. The fucking crying was unbearable. That shit was fucking pathetic. And yeah, that was it, man. It was terrible.
Okay, so here, I'm gonna tell you something that actually. Okay, so I kind of agree with you. I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite parts was in the opening. One of the opening scenes, kind of, is where there's a white dude. I'm sorry, I call him white, but he was.
Is he white?
I think he is white. I
Who
can't
is he?
tell. He's like an older man, right? And first of all, the camera pans starts on like I don't know if it's a bumper sticker or something when it says like, "You can pry this gun from my cold dead fingers." And the next scene pans down and the guy's taking the gun from him because he's dead. I thought that was so fucking funny to me.
The best scene, I think, it was just the opening scene where they come out with the parachutes and then they fucking start shooting the school.
You know what, man? Like this is where okay, Kills. I know. Okay, go ahead. You go because I got some shit I gotta say. Get off my chest.
Get it off your chest.
Okay, what black motherfucker gonna walk out? Hey guys, what's going on? Motherfuckers is falling from the sky. If you didn't watch the movie, these dudes are paratrooping, which means like they're like falling out of the sky and landing in this town.
And a shitload of them.
And it's a shitload of them. Okay. And the black teacher is going outside and say, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And they kill him. And I'm just thinking to myself, you dumb fuck. What are you even doing? Motherfuckers are falling from the sky. You didn't think to call campus security or call the sheriff. I mean, I understand it's a small town and everything, and I get that aspect of it, but come on, bro.
Yep.
Come on, man. Better be safe than sorry. Even if it was Americans, I don't think I wouldn't have walked outside. Raul, would you have walked outside?
Nope.
No. Your ass would have been like, let's stay inside this fucking room. We can observe, but we ain't doing shit. Everybody get, you know what I'm saying? There's apparently something going on.
Fucking run. Fuck the kids.
Damn.
But yeah, so.
Really? You gonna abandon the kids?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
You got fucking 1,000 troops flying. Like,
everybody for themselves.
Man. I got a family to go home to. Fuck y'all.
But I would say that like I said, the one part like
that was a good scene though, right?
That was pretty interesting scene right there.
And then the movie was over for me after that.
Yeah, the whole invasion and the running through the town and all that scene was pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, but you know what? That is pretty much where it pretty much kind of like
ended for you.
Ended for me. Even when they're in the forest, and I did like the scene where they're drinking when they shoot the deer and they make the guy drink the deer blood. And what I wanted to happen didn't happen. And I'll explain that and I'll get back to that when we go over the remake.
Okay.
But what about you, Kills? What was one of your favorite parts?
I like the part. Now, tell me if I'm because I'm getting them mixed up because, like I said, I just saw the remake.
Yeah.
But wasn't there a scene? They did the scene two different ways, where they popped up. The soldier was chasing the girl, and they popped up.
It's two different scenes.
It's two different scenes, but they did it in both movies.
Yeah, they did it in both movies. Yeah.
I like that scene.
They did a lot of things that reference
the original.
The original,
okay.
Yeah.
So I like that scene.
Okay.
And I like that scene that they did it in the field. If I'm correct.
Yeah, they
did.
The original. That one they did in the field.
They did in the field. I liked it better in the field because it was like,
makes more sense.
How did you get your asses out there with nobody seeing you?
That's what I like. That's another thing I like about the movie. Was like these motherfuckers are walking around like nothing.
Well, see, that's the thing about look. So it's kind of hard to go like, hey, let's start with one movie and go to the next one because they're just in the remake. It explains a lot better that
it does go into more detail.
The detail that they made friends with the people in the well, you know what I mean, in the city that will help hide them and help them move around. And remember, the one troop in the remake says they bit off more than they can chew because they can't monitor everybody. Right, and that's the thing. And they're letting people go around this town freely.
Even like in the the original one when he goes to the camp to see his dad.
Yeah,
it's like you see 4 kids standing inside of the gate.
But there was a lot of people. Well, when they panned before that, there were people outside the gate walking around. But I understand what you mean. Like these kids are just talking to them and just chilling. But still, at the point they didn't want to which was kind of weird to me, anyways. Because okay, why are people just walking around the city? These were the nicest hostages I've ever came across. You know what I mean?
Well, what they did is they rounded up all the troublemakers.
This is true.
And the people who just walked around were people they knew they can control.
Yeah.
So my thing was, how do you have people that are you do this invasion, you take the town. Don't you know there are people who live in the woods and stuff like that? Because you used the mayor to find the kids that was out at the campsite in what you call them.
Yeah.
So how come you didn't find the people that was helping them that weren't in the town in the very beginning?
I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know how to explain that part.
But getting back to the other scenes, I actually like, and don't hate me, but I actually like the fact that they killed one of their own.
Oh, that was good. No, that was a great scene.
Yeah, that was good too.
I would have put a bullet in him put a bullet in him for being a little snitch.
Bitch.
Yeah. I because it's almost like they became the U.S. military.
Yeah.
And you betrayed us.
Yeah.
Whether you betray us on your own militia or you betrayed us not knowing like they did in the second movie, you still betrayed us.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So that and like I said, don't nobody hate me, but I like that scene.
No, that's a good scene.
What did you guys think of the acting in this scene? Now Raul, you had specified that you did like the actors and the actresses in this movie, but
all good actors, man. No,
but I thought the acting was terrible.
I thought the acting was terrible in both.
I wouldn't say that. I would disagree with you on that.
I was saying the crying. I just couldn't get over the crying. Charlie Sheen crying and Patrick Swayze. Shut the fuck up, dude.
It's Patrick Swayze, right? Why is Patrick Swayze crying? Fake. Yeah, that right there. I didn't get that part aspect of it either. But
then his dad, what is that? You avenge me?
Yeah,
avenge me. That was stupid too.
That was retarded.
Avenge me.
Now,
come on, dog.
Wouldn't that have brought attention?
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't you know better than to actually do that?
Cracker ass cracker. See, that's what you want to say because that was just dumb shit. I don't understand. Like you said, Kills, how do you not draw attention to yourself when he says, avenge me? Yeah. So you're just purposely trying to get your kids killed right now. Yeah, right now. Like an idiot. Like a fucking idiot. Like you're trying to get the kids killed.
Because you're not going to say that to the people that they got, basically the people they got under their thumb.
Yeah, that's
You're not going to say that to somebody like that. So you know that he's talking to some of these people that are fucking up your troops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's so funny too is you know, in the original movie they like liberated a lot of people.
Yes, they did.
Know? And and
they took off.
And they took off. I'm like, where the fuck they go? Where the fuck did they go? They weren't in the forest with them.
No, they took off.
They took off. Yeah, apparently.
And to me, I'd have been pissed about that. How I'm gonna free you because we trying to get our town back, and your ass is gonna run off.
That's what I didn't get. Like I didn't get that part.
The remake where they took off with the food.
That's
that was the remake. Yeah, they took off with the food.
You guys are getting a little confused over here.
Yeah.
No. They took off in the first one.
Yeah, but not with the food.
Took off. Yeah, but I'm saying with the food, that was part the remake, right?
You'd really had to die.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
Yeah. So since we can't get away from talking about the remake,
the remake was just as bad, but I enjoyed it a lot more.
Okay, so listen, I'm not gonna say it was just as bad. I'm not gonna say that. So the remake came out in 2012. All right, and your boy Thor,
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth basically is the lead character in this movie, along with some other faces you'll probably recognize, like Josh Peck.
I can't stand.
From Disney Channel, and you probably remember what's his name? Let me see his name. Yeah. Josh Hatcherson. He was in.
Those are the only two I know.
He was in. Was it Blade Runner? He's been in a couple movies. You know, he has this particular style of acting that I'm just like, I'm good. Like, you know.
That's how I feel about Josh Peck, man. It's one of those faces. Like, change your face or I change it for you. Like,
wow.
I just can't stand his face, man.
Now, there were a lot of similarities. Like you said, like there was the part in the movie where at least they kept the parachute. They parachuted in.
Yes.
Yeah, so
even though it was Korea.
Yeah, it was Korea in the second one.
Yeah, it was Korea in the second one.
Yeah, it was Korea in the second one. And
didn't they change it though? It was supposed to be China, right? I don't know if you guys read that.
No, I didn't read that.
It was supposed to be China, but I guess they didn't want conflicts with China.
Right, because we were going.
Yeah, because we were about to go to war or whatever. So
well, we were in talks with China to do stuff, and Korea, we were having problems with Korea. So
yeah. So I guess they CGI'd all the flags with North Korean flags instead of having China.
Okay. Yeah. So they had, like I said, they did have a lot of similarities. And can you guys speak to some of the similarities that you actually liked, or maybe you guys didn't like, or you liked how they, or didn't like how they did certain similarities? You know what I mean?
Well, I like I said, the whole ground thing where they pop up out the ground was a cool scene. But I'm trying to figure out, if you in this town, how you dig them holes
in cement.
Well, they weren't
cement on the second one. The second one, they were inside like a scrap area.
No, they were in an alley.
It wasn't an alley. Between two buildings, it was like a dirt area between two buildings.
I think it was like a dirt area,
but how you dig a hole without being seen?
Yeah.
Who says they did them? They may have digged them.
What I'm saying is, who dug the holes? The holes were not just there.
No, I understand that part of it. Yeah,
without being seen. Who's digging holes?
Well,
it's not drawing attention.
Well, that's prep work too. You know what I mean? Like that's prep work. I mean, that could have happened.
That's before we shoot the film.
During wartime.
That's before we shoot the film. We dig them holes before we shoot the film.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I enjoyed that scene. That it was very much just like the original.
Yeah, I'm glad they kept that scene in there. Don't get me wrong.
And the thing I was gonna say about the blood was the fact that I thought in the original movie that it should have been a joke. You know what I mean? It should have been like, nah, we don't drink that shit. That was a joke.
Right.
But in the original, it wasn't. They made it a joke. They made it like a serious thing. But in the second one, they made it a joke, which was pretty funny. And they had like two things in there that was kind of like the same way, where it was like, oh, it was a joke versus it being serious. And that was one of them. And I really did like the aspect of that. What I liked that the remake did was the fact that they gave a background to almost each character.
Yeah.
Like Chris Hemsworth's character, he was an ex-Marine. You know, he went away for 6 years, you know, after his mom passed away, and joined the military. So that's how you could understand why he had some military training. Right. And so he was able to help out those people that were with him, those kids that were with him.
Right.
And was able to train them, quote unquote, per se, to at least survive. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they didn't show a brief synopsis of them training. They didn't do that in the original movie. Like, you know, so I'm like, I thought that was a good thing. You just banked on the fact that these kids they hunt and fish in the woods
Sharpshooters.
They're sharpshooters and shit like that.
The best scene for me was the subway scene when they're running away and
they run the subway.
And he's like, oh shit,
That's some real shit. That's some real shit.
He pulls a gun on him. He's like, give me all your bread. He's like,
what kind?
What kind? He's like, just no flatbread.
Yeah,
that was the best part.
I love the fact when he gets the damn container and tries to spill it up with all the fucking soda. Yeah. That shit was funny to me.
That was probably one of the best scenes.
I mean, in the first one, you talk about how they're sharpshooters and stuff like that. But in the first one, if I remember correctly, most of them and their families were, like hunters? The girls were hunters.
Yeah,
their father was a hunter. His father, now that I'm starting to remember, Patrick Swayze's dad was a hunter. He took them hunting.
Well, yeah, Patrick Swayze's dad took them hunting.
And the girl's father was a hunter.
The girl's father wasn't a hunter. You mean their grandfather?
Yeah, their grandfather.
I don't know if he was a hunter per se.
But no, he said in the movie that he taught them how to shoot.
Oh, okay.
So
something
along those lines.
But still, that and tactical awareness, and then that's another thing. Like they in the original, they just popped up at places and knew where these people were going to be at. But in the remake, they at least showed that they studied them for a while to learn their habits, stuff like that. And they didn't do that in the original.
Yeah.
That I thought they lacked that. So I'm glad that the remake did and give them that extra,
the extra training,
and to give it the extra background so we can like that too.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me. Like I said, don't get me wrong. It's the movie was what it was, and there were, like you said, there were a lot of similarities.
But how was it back in the day? I know. Did you see it in theater? Just saying. I'm not going back. Not going to your age.
Really, you just gonna fall in the suit with the rest of them, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. No, I did not see these movies in theater.
No,
not even the remake.
Not
even the remake.
Okay.
So here's the thing, though. So IMDb scored the original movie a 6.4 out of 10, and then the remake got 5.4 out of 10. Do you think this is accurate?
No, probably opposite.
Yeah, I really think the remake was a lot better than the original.
I would say that I would put them on equal footing, just for different aspects.
Equal footing. Why is that?
Well, because one, the cast from the original to me was better than the cast from the remake.
Yeah,
I mean that's true. But what kid actors you have in 2000? You can't name 2012 like name some real kid actors. You got two of them. I mean, that were actually in movies.
Right.
You couldn't name any. Exactly.
That's not the point.
Nowadays, if we're going to get kids to play a role, we're going to say the cast from where? Stranger Things. Like, we're going to say that now.
True. I mean, kids of teenage or looks like teenagers.
Yeah, that's true. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good little flick. Did it have room for
Did it have potential for better?
Yeah, it
of
did.
Course.
It had a lot of room for that. But I think it picked up where the others lacked.
I could see that, but like I said, to me, the cast for the original was better. The story was about the same for me.
Yeah.
Even though you just all you did was interchange who we were fighting with at the time, because in the 80s we were fighting with Russia. In 2012, we was fighting with Korea. Everybody was really fighting with Korea. Yeah. So anybody could have made this movie, to be honest.
My question is that the fact that in the remake they said like, yeah, you're 6 miles away from free America, and I'm like, okay, so where the fuck is niggas from this other spot not coming to help? Just brought y'all three, and y'all flew in a helicopter.
But the helicopter, I believe they said the helicopter got shot down or something like that.
No, well, I'm talking. No, when they left, they left in a helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
In the remake. In the remake,
yeah.
They left in a helicopter.
Right.
I was like,
Oh, that's right, because he said you could come with us.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you wouldn't come with us. We got room for y'all. And he's like, nah, I'm good. We're going to stay here. I want to know what happened to the little black kid. Like, I want to know what happened to him because, in the remake, because they stick that tracker in him, and that's how they find out that they find him. And the guys, old boy's like, you can't take it out? He's like, no, I can't. You know what I mean? Which I kind of feel like that's bullshit, but then again,
because they put it in there, so how come you can't take it out?
Yeah, but I mean, you never know how deep it could be. You know what I mean? Like, you could never know. So my question is, what happened to his ass? That's what I want to know. What happened to him? What happened to the black kid?
I'd have shot him.
You would have shot him?
I'd have shot him.
I would have used him as a diversion.
Send him somewhere else?
Not a diversion. I would use him as a trap, as they did them. I would use him as a trap.
I'd have sent him somewhere else.
I would frankly used him as a trap and like, look, this might be a suicide mission.
I would have shot him.
I'd either shot him, or if I'm gonna use him as a diversion, he going way over there to leave them way over there while I come back into town and do what I got to do, or I'm shooting him.
But you see what I'm saying? Though, what I'm saying is they just almost in the remake they all pretty much cleared out that entire office area. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they put the tracker on him, right? My thought is, okay, we can set up an ambush using the tracker against them.
Yeah, you could.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I feel like they should have did versus cutting the movie off. First of all, the original movie was way too fucking long. I'm sorry to tell you that. That movie was like 20 minutes longer than it had to be. Like, I'm like, this shit ain't over yet? Like, okay, we get it. Yeah, okay. What? I did like the fact that they put the names in that rock, like the ones that passed away.
They got killed, yeah.
They didn't do that in the remake. But what else is there about it that you guys liked or didn't like about the two and how they did each other?
Well, for me, the scene where they in the original, when they brought him the food, when the Russians and Cuba, it was on the truck and they just dropped it off the truck.
Okay, yeah. They want to go eat it.
Yeah. I thought they had put trackers in that.
Yeah.
So when they ate it,
to me, they would put bombs or something. Right?
I thought that too, but I was like, nah, they wouldn't do that because, once you close up the box, you dropping it off, you're expecting the box to break.
Yeah.
So what kind of bomb are you putting in there? Because you're not sticking around this, you have to leave it.
Yeah.
Because they ain't gonna come get it.
You'll put it down gently.
So and you're not gonna put a timer on it because you don't know how long it's gonna take them to come get it.
Okay, that's the original.
That's the
one.
original.
Yeah, the original did it that way.
So like I said, I thought they had put trackers in the food, so when they ate it, they would ingest the trackers and they could find them.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
But I guess that was too technologically advanced.
That was too technologically advanced.
For that time.
If you're just now tuning in, we are talking about the movie Red Dawn.
We got solemn all of a sudden and shit. Normally you excited as hell, but you was like, if you're just
tuning in, we're talking about the movie Red Dawn from the 1984 to the remake in 2012.
That's a little better. Thank you.
All right.
I just wished Maddie would have died in the remake. I really can't stand that motherfucker for whatever reason.
You cannot stand his ass.
I cannot stand his ass.
I'm gonna introduce y'all one day. Watch.
Oh, no, I'll probably go off on him, man.
You ain't gonna say. You ain't gonna do shit. You
Josh
go off on him? You go off on him?
Yeah, fucking Disney guy. Come on, man.
You don't like his face?
I do not like his face. The same thing with
that sounds like some racist shit to me.
No, he said he didn't like his face, not his skin color.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That sounds weird to me. I don't like your face. Can you name somebody in real life you don't like their face?
Shit. I know a couple.
What's his name? Because he don't like his real face.
Yeah, Josh Peck.
Josh Peck. Damn, man.
You don't like his face?
It's because he's skinny now. That's why.
That's probably what it is, huh?
I know when he was bigger. Did you mind his face?
Well, I didn't really watch him back then, so I wouldn't know. He just has a face that.
What was the first thing you saw, man, where you're like, that fool, I can't stand your face?
Red Dawn.
I'm sure it was Red Dawn. Probably. I'm sure I've seen his ass on a Disney commercial or some shit, but I just can't stand his fucking face. Like, he just has one of those faces. Like, there's another player. There's a baseball player the same. He used to play for the Yankees. I cannot stand his fucking face.
Oh wow!
I ain't never heard that before in my life.
Oh no, I've heard that before. I
can't stand your motherfucking face. I don't mean I don't like you. I just can't stand your motherfucking face.
I can't stand to look at you.
What does that guy say? Change your face or I'll change it for you.
Ooh, Step Brothers. I don't know.
Exactly how I feel.
Y'all some cold brothers over here, man. I can't fuck with y'all.
Wait. Well, how'd I get lumped in there?
I know, right? You laughing a little bit too hard, Kills.
Hey, that's his preference.
Yeah, it's my preference.
All right. So, do you think this was a good role for the original? Do you think that was Patrick Swayze? Of all the people you can think about from the 80s, you think that was a good role for him to play?
No.
I think he was given that role because of just the way he looks. Because other actors of that time period either looked too old or too young.
I get you. Okay. Now
that wasn't his first movie though, right?
No, that was not his first movie.
No, definitely not.
No, but I honestly believe back in '84, he had that look that they were looking for.
He was 25 and looked like he was 15 or some shit like that.
Well, no, he was 25, but he could pass for 21.
Okay.
You know.
Now, but in the remake, how do you think Chris Hemsworth? You think that was a good role for him?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
Is it because you're only seeing him at store right now? Is that why?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
No. Because he made a good Thor, but, you know, I just didn't see him playing that part. And when I seen him in that, no, not so much a soldier, but when I seen him in that part, it was like, are they trying to get somebody similar to Patrick Swayze?
I don't know. I don't think so.
But that's the way I felt.
That's the way you felt.
That's the way I felt.
Okay.
So, you know.
Now, Kills,
Yes,
do
sir.
you want to explain to people why it's called Red Dawn? Because I know some people out there are like, why is it called Red Dawn?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Go watch the movie.
That part.
Watch the remake.
Watch the remake.
I don't care which one you watch.
Just watch one.
Watch one. It'll explain itself.
Now, let's put it this way. Do you think this movie, the remake, should spawn another remake?
No.
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 Okay.
I don't even think it should spawn a sequel.
No remake, no reboot, no sequel.
I don't even know how you would do a sequel.
Well, you would just follow it up. Follow the. To me, this should have been a sequel.
I could have, yeah.
I don't understand how you would do that though on this one.
Because they said in the movie, this is happening all over America. Small towns are being invaded. Yeah. Well, if that's the case, you freed your town, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Move on.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Like just hop from town to town.
Because at this point, and in the sequel,
infiltrate from within.
At this point, even in the remake makes more sense than anything to if you were going to do a sequel, because you have the military there, and they're offering to take you with them. Well, as you being a former Marine, you shouldn't have said no for starters. As a Marine.
You know what? That was one of my favorite lines, and I don't know if Marines actually say that, but Chris Hemsworth's character, I think it's how you say his name? I think it's Chad or Chade or Jed. He says like Marines don't die; they just go to hell to regroup. I like that. I was like, yo, that was pretty tight. I like that.
But yeah, but like I said, him being a Marine, because I know a few Marines, and my nephew my cousin he left West Point to become a Marine.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the dumbest things in the world. Not saying the Marines, but
be careful what you say.
You're about to graduate West Point, and you leave in the second half of your senior year at West Point. You leave to go and join the Marines. You're about to become an officer, and you go backwards. I don't care. Look, I appreciate everything the military's done. I actually thought about joining the Air Force until they told me I couldn't fly a jet I wanted to fly. But
that I'm out.
But
kills me demands.
Hey, if I'm going into the service, I want to be able to do what I want to do. If you tell me I can go in and I can get a science degree, then I should be able to go in and become a pilot of whatever I want to fly.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. So when you tell me no, I say thank you very much and I go on my way.
Okay.
But as a Marine, once you become a Marine, the service is basically your life. Doing what you do to protect and basically what the police are supposed to do. Yeah. Protect and serve your country. As a Marine, that's what you are. So for me, for Jed to go, nah, I'm good. We're going to stay here.
Did they say what kind of Marine he was?
No matter, he was a Marine.
No.
No, there's different.
Wait.
He was a Marine.
Jed didn't say that he would stay here. You talking about the original movie?
No.
Jed died.
I know, but in the remake,
Jed died.
Did they qualify him? What kind of Marine was he, though?
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he was infantry or was he a cook?
No, he wasn't no cook.
Yeah, it's a two different.
No.
Yeah, I'm saying.
He was a soldier.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, as a Marine, you don't say no at all. You do what you do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's influencing the rest of this group, it's an honor and respect thing.
Yeah.
That they do.
No, but I think the brother does that.
It's an honor and respect thing that they do as far as Marines go.
Yeah.
So if he's putting that honor and respect into the rest of his group, they're actually trying to take them to recruit them to help others. And they're saying, no, that's not honor and respect. And that's not even respecting your brother's position that passed away.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I see where you're going with this.
I appreciate that for looking. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I mean, I know where you're going with. I know where you're going with it. Yeah,
that would be the sequel.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you were gonna do it.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like but I do feel like don't make a sequel. Don't remake this movie at all. Leave it where it's at. It's not a classic at all. It's not a must watch at all.
I think they could have changed their name too instead of Wolverines.
What's wrong with that?
They could do something different for the original.
For the sequel?
Yeah, for the.
It was the school's mascot, so that's what they went with. You know.
Yeah, but still, they could have changed that.
For the remake. What would you want them to call?
I don't fucking know. It's not damn Wolverine.
Which was a funny scene when the Marines, the actual other Marines, dropped in.
Yeah.
And they're like, "We're looking for the Wolverines." And it was like, okay, yeah. Oh, by the way, we're the Wolverines. Like, I kind of knew it. Fuck. we fucking with kids.
I wish it wasn't these guys. Huh?
Yeah, that shit was funny though, man. Like, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it to a certain degree. Like, would I like rent it again or watch it again or buy it a movie? Probably fucking not. Like, it's not one of my things.
I have a question for both of you. Was the fight scene at the end believable?
In which one?
In the second one.
No.
Which fight scene? You talking about the one that were inside the compound?
With the Korean?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, his fight scene with the Korean.
Yeah.
No. You talking about with Jed's fight? Just his fight. Was it believable?
Well, I mean, the whole thing about him, his brother, and the rest of it. Was any of that believable?
I think it's believable. Why wouldn't it be believable?
Other than the actual military guys kicking ass.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why you think that was not possible or wasn't like.
I'm asking you guys.
I think so. I think it was. I thought it was believable. I thought it was like okay.
So.
You don't think so? Why?
It was the fight scene was like just shoot the guy. Fuck it.
And they did.
Yeah, they did, but they still put the fight scene in. But I don't know.
Because I mean, the fight scene kind of made sense because he tackled him through the damn file cabinet, and then he realized that was his dad's. That
office.
was office.
Yeah,
because he got the gun. Yeah. Well, he always had the code. He always had the code for the gun. Why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? It's your dad's office.
By the time you get that in real life, you're not going to get that gun.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
I mean, even when he's going for the case, the brother's going for the case, and he's fighting, going for the case.
Yeah.
Do you really think he could have done hand-to-hand with that guy?
No.
You're talking military trained against non-military trained?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Who's non-military trained?
The brother, the younger brother.
Oh, when she was fighting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole
scene, no.
But he didn't do any fighting. He just did a lot of jumping and shit. He didn't really do a lot of fighting. He was like jumping, sliding and shit. Like, he wasn't really doing nothing like that.
But my thing is this. The guy he's jumping and away from and sliding.
The commander.
Is a military trained fighter.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. But the whole concept of the movie is the fact that the kids are doing a lot of stuff that, one, they shouldn't be doing.
You're
you know
a
what I mean?
believer of what makes sense. Does that make any sense to you?
What's up?
A kid beating up a commanding officer, unit, specially trained North Korean.
He didn't beat him up though. That was the thing. Like, he didn't beat him up. It wasn't a beat up thing. I don't think that's possible. I'm not saying it's possible. Anything's possible.
You think he could have avoided him as well as he did? That's what I'm asking.
That's the question.
Yes. Only reason because of the distractions. Because of the distractions.
No.
There was some parts where he didn't have the machine, so there was distraction there. He was trying to bark out orders to other people, so there was distraction there. I don't know.
He should have died early in the movie, man.
You just don't like his face. That's the problem. You just don't like his fucking face.
And he put the guys in danger going out trying to save his girl on the bus.
Now that was fucked up. Now that was
he did a lot of dumb shit.
he did. That was some dumb shit. But would you do it? Would you do it?
And the only reason he didn't
my
get
wife,
shot is
yes. My girlfriend, no.
Oh, would you do it, Kills? Would you do it, Kills? Because
high school.
That's what I'm saying.
Girlfriend.
It don't make a difference.
No,
Girlfriend.
It does make a difference.
I mean, high school. I'm saying just your girlfriend. Period. Girlfriend, wife.
I'm not gonna do it to where I'm jeopardizing everybody else's life.
What about if it was your wife?
Oh, they know I'm gonna jeopardize their life for that.
Yeah, I'm saying wife, yes. Girlfriend.
No.
Because she was honest and truly, she was in no immediate danger.
No, she wasn't. She was just in a camp.
She was a prisoner. Yeah.
She was a prisoner. That's it.
So that's what I'm saying. She's in no immediate danger, which means I'm not going to risk everybody's life.
We could plan some shit later.
Yeah, we could plan around that.
I just hate when they do that. Like, blow it now. Like, oh, you fucking up the whole plan and shit.
Right.
And
the only reason he wasn't shot was because he's the brother of the guy running the shit.
Yeah.
But you know what, too? If it wasn't for the brother breaking that early, then more people would have died in the ambush. You didn't think about that, huh?
What ambush?
So when they ambushed in the original movie, the remake, they ambushed them, right? I mean, you look at the podium and with the clock,
right.
And they're setting up an ambush.
Right.
So if that scene,
would go that way.
Would go that way if they continue with their regular plan, like it was like another 30 or 45 seconds and then blow the car. It didn't happen that way.
Yeah, but if they'd have waited the 30, 45 seconds, they may have killed, say, another 10 people. But you wouldn't have had the end because they'd have killed the Korean commander and the Russian guy.
No, I don't think they would have. No, because
they were going to sharpshoot him.
The whole point of the ceremony was to be a distraction so they can get their troops in order so they can kill them. That was the whole point.
Right, but what I'm saying is they were outside, they were going to ambush them and they were going to shoot. Because remember, they held up. They were going to shoot earlier, but they held up because they saw the dude's father.
Yeah. No, he didn't held up because it wasn't time yet. Because remember, he had a time. That's why he broke up the first timer, and he said what he said. And then, he said hold.
But the whole point is the way they were set up was so they can kill the Korean guy.
Yeah.
They were set up, but that wasn't going to happen.
So why wasn't it going to happen?
It wasn't going to happen because the Korean guy knew. He knew it was a setup.
He heard the boy yelling.
No, Kills. I don't know if you're paying attention to that part. Because of the fact that he set the whole thing up. That's why the father for the mayor guy was where he was supposed to be at. That's exactly why he had the clock was like, time's running out for you kind of deal, because people were getting set up. That's what the whole part was. And they were able to get away because he mentioned it because they said, can we go out your side? Yeah, because he weren't flanked yet. They weren't flanked yet because the guy went too damn fucking early. That was the whole thing.
Another shoot him, right?
Right. The plan was to shoot him.
The plan was
he set a decoy.
The plan was to blow them up.
Right.
Remember?
I think the plan was to shoot the general though.
The plan was to shoot the general, but they wanted to blow up. Remember, when they went over the plan, they said, "Okay, we're going to cause this distraction for the car blow up,
right?
And then we're going to blow up the freaking podium." That's what they said, and so that whole thing was going on, but not knowing that the actual commander dude had them as an ambush. And so he had to get their guys, he had to get his guys in place. And how you get them in place? You had to buy them time to get in place. So that's why this guy did this very long trench. It was just part of a setup.
Right.
And, remember, because the dad wasn't revealed until the guy moved.
Yeah.
Right.
And because he kind of knew that, okay, what window spot, wherever. So he's like, okay, it could be this window, could be here, it could be here. Okay, this is the only place that possibly
This is the only shooter's advantage.
Yeah, the only shooter's advantage. So let me put the guy here. When he moves, okay, damn. Now here's a problem. Do you want to shoot somebody that you know? You know what I mean? Yeah. Do you want to blow up somebody you know? That's why when what's the name Hemsworth's like, hey man, we got a problem. He's like, nah, no problem. You know what I mean? So if I'm saying though, like a few more seconds later, So the whole bomb thing might have helped. It might have helped. And quite honestly, the other guy wouldn't have died if he didn't try to run after, ugly face boy to help him. You know what I mean? Which was, I thought was, it was noble of him, too. But yeah, it's just one of those. Well, he fucked up the whole operation, but still, at the same time, I think it was.
It would have made Raul happy because the movie would have been shorter. Because you would have. Okay, let's say they go off with the plan, they get ambushed, they still kill the Korean dude. Yeah. The movie's still over.
Well, yeah, I think you couldn't. I don't know. Well, I think you're on the concept of cut off the head of the snake and then the rest of the body will fall. I think you're trying to do that whole concept, but
I am, because you had the Korean dude up there, you had the dude they sent to help him.
Mm-hmm. But his commander was there, but he wasn't sitting on the podium. Did you notice that?
Yes, he was in the audience.
Yeah, he was in the audience.
Yes.
Exactly. So it still would have happened. Like, yeah, he would have died, but the guy that was in charge of him was still fucking there.
And the briefcase would have been destroyed because the briefcase was on the stage.
Podium.
The briefcase was on the stage.
The case? The case is always with the commander.
No, it was with the other guy.
Not the guy in the audience, because they showed it up there.
Okay, well, we I'll show you that later. But anyway,
so we'll get back to that.
We'll get back to that. So anyway, Red Dawn is the concept something you can see in a later film.
Yes.
Better written, yes.
Okay.
Better written. I'm not even gonna say better actors, just better written. I think the writing lacked a lot.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
On both ends?
On both ends.
The original and the remake?
The second one was filmed, but the story was just
terrible. It was just the second movie had better visual.
Yeah.
Because the first movie was basically forest and mountains. They did very little in the town. Which to me made more sense because of them knowing the woods. Yeah. It made sense, and the Russians not. That's just basic guerrilla fighting, which is what they were doing.
Yeah.
But the second one was visually better because they used modern day stuff, and it worked.
Yeah, because they didn't use a small town. They used a small city like Spokane, Washington. A lot of people know who Spokane is.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, the city was quite large.
Yeah.
The town was quite large. It wasn't a city, but it was town. It was supposed to be a town, but it was a larger town than what they used in the first one. So... Yeah, I think like I said, the visual was better. I think the fact that they did, like you said, the people in the town kind of helped out.
Hey, what's up, Nancy? Long time no
Nancy?
see.
How you doing? Anyway, but yeah. So like I said, the concept was a good concept.
It's a good concept.
Yeah,
actually a great concept. It's just the movie was
story, the way they wrote it, kind of was lax.
So you actually would want to see this, not remade, but like at least somewhat the same. Because there's an older movie
better
too.
written.
I can't think of what it's called, but it's like this. It's just like this private agency or foreign agency or whatever takes over a school, like a prep school.
Oh,
Is it called Toy Soldier?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so Toy Soldier. So it's like that same concept.
Same concept.
Yeah. I find that, like, if I had to relate the two movies, like, Toy Soldier is more, I feel like, should be the remadeable movie, if that makes sense.
So they should remake Toy Soldiers.
I think it should remake, it's a soldier. We will have to talk about that on a later podcast.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen Toy Soldier, that's actually a
good movie.
That's actually a pretty good movie, too. Yeah, you should check that out, Raul. It's pretty much the same concept.
Try and watch that one.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same concept, except for the fact that they're at a school.
And it's actually a military school.
It's a military school.
So
they know what they're doing.
It'll make a little more sense. It's basically an ROTC school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for the most part.
For the most part.
So, any final thoughts on the movie Red Dawn?
Leave it alone.
Just leave it alone. Don't fuck with it.
Leave it alone.
Just leave it alone.
Like I said,
watch the remake and then call it a night.
The concept, it was a great concept, just poor writing.
I say only watch the original if you like Patrick Swayze, and that's it. Or Charlie Sheen, maybe. I don't know.
Jennifer Grey.
And Jennifer Grey. It was a good cast.
Because I believe this came out before Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, it was before.
Yeah.
So this was their first movie together. And it had if you have watched movies, through 2000, late 90s, 2000s, and stuff like that.
It's definitely an 80s film.
It's definitely an 80s film, but you're going to see a lot of actors that are
reused.
Well, that this movie, they were just starting. A lot of them were just starting.
Yeah.
Like Jennifer Grey, C. Thomas Howell. You know, a lot of these actors that are in the original were just getting their starts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you can see how they've progressed in their acting styles, if you're fans of them.
True.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. What about you, Ro?
Leave it alone, man.
Just leave it alone. That's it. That's all.
That's
Man,
all
a few words.
That's all we got.
That's all we got, though. But we just talked about the movie Red Dawn. Like I said, you know, for me, I said, like, you know, leave it alone. If you want to watch the remake, that's all you don't have to worry about watching the original. Just watch the remake if you want to. It's not a must-see movie, but it is definitely a remake movie. And it's definitely a movie that if you like Chris Hemsworth, you should just look at it to see how you feel his acting was and how it's grown. And the man that we now call Thor, you know, where he's came from, his roots, to tell you the truth. But once again, this has been the Blast from the Past movie podcast. And I want to do a special thanks once again to our special guest host, Mr. Raul. I appreciate you being here, man.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
No problemo. So I've been one of your hosts, CJ.
Joe Kill, keeping it real.
And I'm just Raul.
And this is the Blast from the Past podcast saying peace.